coming to you what I think is the best, hands down, best dispersed camping area right around the north rim of the Grand Canyon. It's right off Highway 67, and this is Forest Road 611. Hey y'all, RoamtownGirl here, and I'm coming to you from the North Rim area of the Grand Canyon. I just spent a few days camping with one of my friends from New Mexico who was work camping over at the North Rim at the lodge there. And after I left her, I wanted to do a little dispersed camping. And there's a ton of it around here, but hands down, when you read about all the reviews, nothing compares to Forest Road 611. Forest Road 611 is right off of Highway 67. That's sort of the main highway that runs from Jacob Lake, which I think is about 25 miles to the north, and it's about 5 miles more to the south, and you get to the entrance of the North Rim. Now, I'm actually on my way out, and I'm leaving a few days early, and I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. This is Forest Road 611, and I believe I'm about 5 or 6 miles down the road from the entrance. Totally free, totally beautiful, and gorgeous views right out your window. Now, when I first got here, I wasn't 100% sure about the road and at what point it would become really hard for Romeo Fancy Pants to go down it. So you can see that I made it to 611V. So clearly, you big guys can make it that far. It's my neighbor's spot. And there's Romeo. You've got this nice big area here at the very end of the spot. And then all of this how's that for a lookout vista? And then my spot is right over there. I imagine most people park parallel to the fire ring, but it's a little slopey. So I found the flattest was straight across. Call me crazy, but a really nice man at a site nearby where I picked, he had a fifth wheel in a truck. And I stopped and asked him if he had gone further down the road to know what to expect. And he said he hadn't, but he said, hop on in. Let's go take a drive and see what's what. Okay, probably not the smartest, but I hopped in his truck. He was nice as it can be. We scouted out the spot where I could go, but I wanted to walk down here and show you what's at the end. What I discovered was I got down to a point where the road kind of splits into a Y. That's where I would not go any further. If you're in a truck or a car or a small van, you actually have a turnaround there. I don't think I'd want to attempt it in a big rig like mine. However, there is a gorgeous spot and there was a fifth wheel there. So that guy braved it. And that was right before the road kind of branched off in a Y shape. So here's a little spot. What I learned was anywhere there's a fire pit is fair game and is considered a spot. Only issue with this one is you're right on the road. But I mean, look at those views. So I saw these two spots. They're really beautiful, but a little slanty for a big guy like me, but perfect for a smaller vehicle. And this is just slightly past where I am, less than a mile. Here's a nice big spot, and it's right across this beautiful view. 611T. Okay, I'm gonna modify what I said. Since this is a nice big spot, you could definitely turn around. I mean, as long as nobody's camping here. So don't be afraid to take your larger rig as far as 611T. I think the Y and that very last spot where you can pull a big fifth wheel is a bit further than I want to walk this morning. But just know it's past 611S, not by much. And like I said, the road splits into a Y. If you bear to the right, I think you really need to be a smaller vehicle. I didn't go down it, but I think the road gets more rough. And if you bear to the left, there's a turnaround. But it's really rocky and thin, so I wouldn't count on turning a bigger rig around in there. So let me show you 611S, and then we're gonna get ready and head out. I've got to say, most of these sites are really nice and roomy. Might have to work a little bit to get level. Gorgeous views, and everything along here I've been able to get Verizon and AT&T, but mostly I've been using my Verizon hotspot, tablet, and phone. So as you can see, I chose to park parallel with my back window facing over the big expanse, and then my door and dog pen side are sort of private and face the fire ring. The only thing is, I had to do some maneuvering between all these trees. I'm a little nervous about getting out of here, but I'm pretty good at it, so here's hoping I don't get all hung up on one of these trees. Not sure why, but that was way easier getting out than it was getting in. Okay, I'm glad that part's over. Bye, beautiful view. You can see it's a very nice, doable road. X11W looks fairly flat. No marker, but here's another nice one. You got to remember, we're kind of doing these backwards because I'm showing you on my way out instead of on my way in. I wanted to make sure I stopped and showed you this one site. I saw it on my way in. It looks like it's a great group camping area, like several spots within your own little private road. See, you've got this little road and you got several little places off of it. You can see they're mostly for smaller vehicles, but the one here at the very end, that could accommodate somebody as big as Romeo Fancy Pants. I also think you make a lot of friends if you stay in this area because the trail goes through here, so you probably get to meet a lot of nice hikers. Now, I'm not saying I'd want to walk here. In fact, let's see how far it was from my camping spot. But they do have pit toilets here. You know how I'm always so directionally challenged. Don't be tempted by these signs. Just keep staying on 611. That's where all the cool camping sites are. Forest Road, 611. And I want you to be aware that when you first enter off of Highway 67 onto Forest Road 611, you're gonna find a handful of lovely wooded sites. I am not getting reception at these sites, but they are here. And you're also not on the edge of the cliff with the expanse, but it's gorgeous and it's wooded. I kind of wish I would have known those other people were down there. I got spooked last night. I've been here 4 nights. I plan to stay another 2, but something was outside. I'm sure it was an animal, but my anxiety just got the best of me, and so I decided I can't have another night like that. But the challenge is, I'm here at end of season, so everything is closed. The campgrounds, everything. So I didn't know where I was gonna stay. Even the visitor centers aren't answering their phones. So I found that the Jacob Lake Inn is still open. And they very kindly said I could stay in their parking lot for a night or 2. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't expect it to be very scenic or very private, but I kind of just need to be around where I know people are. My imagination can get the best of me, especially at 1 in the morning. Quick epilogue. I did go to Jacob Lake Inn. I ordered some delicious food. I got myself situated in the parking lot, but it felt really weird, mostly because I need to open one of my slides just to sleep. And I just kept thinking, while I'm in their parking lot, if I do that overnight, somebody could run into me. So I had scoped out some options to Forest Road 611, and my criteria were that they be big rig friendly and that they have strong Verizon or AT&T. But in this case, these spots had strong Verizon. And one of them was just 3 miles away. So I thought, let me go scope it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll go back to the parking lot at the inn. Well, check out what I found. This is Forest Road 257. It is right across from Forest Road 225. That one was not deemed big rig friendly. And the other thing I liked about 257 is that you don't have to go very far in, just a couple, like 2/10 of a mile. So this isn't a spot that you come to necessarily for peace and quiet and feeling isolated. This is where you come when you just need to do a quick overnight. You got a big rig, you'd like to have some Verizon, and you don't want to be too far from the road. When I pulled in yesterday, I would have totally taken this spot. It's a nice pull through, but somebody was set up there. But no worries. I just set myself up right here. And if I wasn't going so crazy trying to get a bunch more videos edited and up before I go to the Grand Canyon, because you know I'm gonna have no time for doing that once I get there, I'd explore a little bit more for you. I see vehicles going down past this cattle guard, and then I also see vehicles going down this side road, which is Forest Road 487. I definitely recommend this place as a quick 1-night stopover, or in my case, I'm staying 2 and I'm getting some work done. See you next time.